Chalo, when it comes to this also is going to be like similar to flex, but I mean the parent and child relationships. You go through that flex.
Right.
You did? Okay. Rating they are using great. And now I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna say this as layout using grid. Okay, now everything is fine. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a few divs, parent div. Okay. Inside this, what I'm gonna do is we'll take like 2 or 3 days. I will make it like div 1, div 2, div 3, div 1, div 2, and div 3. Next, I'm gonna name it as. I'm gonna take a class and I'm gonna name it as something like container. Okay, to the parent div. For my children, div item class is equals to div item items. Okay, and div 1 for all the individual classes. Control C, Control V, Control V, and the 2, and we have 3. Okay. Next, we will start writing our styles. Container. For container, let it give some border, or else, yeah, let it be. We'll try to like start our writing our properties. We'll try to execute this. Open in default viewer. You can see this. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is for my div item, I can write some properties. Dot div item items. Gonna give some background color of light orange color. There is no color like orange, light orange, brown. Okay, you're getting it. Now what I'm gonna do is we have background color brown and height and of 400 px and width of 100 px. Okay, everything is fine now, and I'm gonna give some margin as well. Margin of 100 px. Oh, sorry, 10 px. Then now what we are going to do, we will start writing our properties. Properties like display. This the same way how we are going to write our flex, the same way the grid as well. Flex grid. Okay, now if you try to check, is there any changes happening?
Space.
No change happening. That is like a small space. That is like the margin. Okay, now I have reloaded so that that you can see the change. Before that we haven't the margin which I have applied here, that is the space you are getting it. Okay, apart from that there is no change. See. Okay. Okay, a light space. Okay, now but if I try to like pass flex here, what you can see, it becomes inline. Okay, but when it comes to this grid, there is no impact without just if you are passing just the grid, there is no impact. Now we'll try to write some properties. Okay, using these properties, it is going to, we can have some impact. It grid template column. Okay, now I'm gonna pass 200 px. Go. Okay, columns, grid template, grid template, rows, columns. Let's check the syntax. Grid. I think a small spelling mistakes will be there. Template column. Template, it's going to be columns, but we have used column. COLUMNS. Grid template columns. Okay, that is fine. 200 px and 100 px. Okay, you can see now. Now I'll try to like remove this height column. I'll try to remove this margin. It is there. Let it be. Now I'll try to like just remove this 200. Okay, you see no change. But when I pass 100, I'll just remove this height as well. I'll add some height on it. Just the width, let it be. When it is required, then I'll try to remove it. Okay. Now what I haven't, there is no width applied here. But what exactly is happening? Grid template columns. What this columns is going to do is the first value is going to take the first div of 200 px, and the second value is 100 px. Okay, how many you want? In that way, you can take something like 150 px or 300 px. Okay, the third item is going to be, see, for each and every property we are passing, it is going to take for the 1, 2, 3 columns. Okay, by default, if you are passing grid, there is no impact. When you pass this grid template columns, then only you will be having some impact on it. Okay, how many columns you want? That many you can have it. Next, if you pass 2, it is going to have 2 columns. If you pass 3, 3 columns. And is this the only way to pass the value? No. You can also pass in fractions. 1 FR, 2 FR. Okay. Now what is happening? Fractions, in the sense, it is going to play with the width. Okay. 1 fractions, 2 fractions. Now how it is going to calculate, in the sense, we have total of 3, right? 3 is 1 is to, I mean, on a count of 3, it is going to have 3 parts. The first one is going to take for the first div, and the second 2 parts is going to be taken by the second div. Okay, if you want like 3 FR, the third one is going to take 3 parts, more space. Okay, now it is 3 column layout. Okay, this is one way. And you want to repeat the same size, then what you are going to do? Okay, repeat 4 of 100 px. Okay, we have 3, and I'm gonna add one more div. So particularly, in a sense,
particular div one item.
this is for container properties. If you are like asking for this, but it is not going to happen. Okay, because it is going to be container properties. Okay, next. See, we have passed repeat here. Okay, repeat of for how many columns? 4 columns. So it is going to for 4 columns, but we have 5 here. It is, but it is going to take only for the 4. Once it is done, it is going to like push back to the next call. Okay. So this is one way. If you are like for all the divs you want same width and width, so you can like use this. Repeat. Next, this is one. Now we'll try to talk about grid template column rows. Okay, the same way, I'm gonna pass on 100 px. Hundred px. Yeah, right. It's taking this much of time. Okay, when it comes to this grid template rows, as of now we have discussed about columns. Okay, columns in a sense columns. Now we are going to talk about rows. How many rows it is going to have? Save and reload. See, I'll just remove this height. Okay, what you can see for the first column it is taking 100 px. Okay, for the next column it is not applying. Okay, if wants to apply for the next column, I can add some 200 px for the second row. Now it is taking 200 px. Okay, in the same way how it is going to happen, that is for grid template, the property is grid template rows. Next we'll try to talk about grid auto rows. Grid auto rows. Okay, what it is going to do, I'm going to give some 150 px. Now I'll just remove this grid template rows. Okay, now if you try to check what it is happening for all the rows, same for all the, even however many the rows it is going to have, for all the rows it is going to have 150 px. Okay, this is one property. Next what you are going to see is, we'll try to check for min max. Min max properties. For height we'll try to talk now. When we are passing some specific height, it is not going to take it. In that case, grid auto rows we have given it, that we have removed template rows as well. Template rows, either of it we can use. Next, we try to talk about grid gap. Grid row gap. See, we want some space here, but we have passed a margin. I'll try to remove this. Okay, but we want some space over here. For that, what we are going to do, row gap of, I'm going to use some 10 px. Okay, you are getting some gap over here. Second, then 20. Okay, in the same way, grid column gap of 20 px. Column settings. Okay, the space here. Okay, we are getting the space, but if you want, I can give like 40 here. But I want the same space for both rows and columns. Then what we are going to do? Okay, you can there is a property called as grid gap of something like 20 px, so that it is going to apply for both rows and columns. Okay, Next, in this grid auto rows, what we are going to do is we have given 150px, right? Now, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add some content to it. Lorium epism. I'll pass it over here to the first div and the second div. Okay, now if you try to have a look, see what is happening. It is like not in the proper thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is like beyond it. It should not happen, right? So what we are going to do is there is a property called as min max. Okay, in this min max we need to pass some properties. Minimum of 150 and max of auto. What is happening? Some other thing rows. Okay, I'll just remove this. Okay, should I have a look now? It is now what exactly is happening in the sense minimum max grid auto rows. By default, if you give this, it is going to take 150px for all the rows.
Yes, sir.
Now what we are going to do is, what is this min max is going to do is, we are telling that minimum of 150px and the max can be auto. According to the content, you can move in. Okay, if you are like restricting this as well, then it is not going to happen. Okay, 150 minimum. If there is the content or not, at least it is going to stay for 150. Okay, if you have more content, then it keeps on adding. Okay, next I'll try like remove this one. Okay, see, according to this only, if I remove something also, according to this only, it is going to act. This property is called to act. Okay, next we'll try to talk about justify content properties. Justify content. Similarly, where we have seen this flex.
Yes.
Okay, same properties we have seen this.
Yes, sir.
Center, justify content, center. Okay, it becomes the center. Now, what? There we have flex start. Here we have just start. Not just start, it's start. Okay, and we have end. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and also we have space around space between. There we have justify content, space around space between. Thus in the same way, we have space around and space between. Okay, in between it is going to give this space. Next, we have justify items. When it comes to this justify items, what do we have? Center. Okay, it becomes center. In this one, for items, just the items now. Okay, for items, it is going to make it center. Okay, see if you have content in that, if there is no content, so that it becomes center. Okay, when it to the content. Next, align item center. I'll just remove this. See, before this way, now this way. Understood? Align items. Here, see, according to the content, it is going to act. See, it becomes center here to this content. Understood?
No.
No.
Again, no.
See, align items center. I'll just remove this. See where it is? Here.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, the items we are talking about,
Yeah.
not the whole content. This is one item, this is one item, this is one item. Okay. According to this item, it is going to act now, according to its content. Okay. See, there is space here,
Yes, sir.
but what it is going to do now, when I pass this align items center, this item becomes center. To this particular thing, it becomes center.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Think that this is our room. Okay. Which is the center? That is the center. The same way for this, now if you try to check, it is the center. Okay, this is having this much of content, so it becomes here. This is having this much of content, so it becomes this center. Okay, understood? Any doubts? This is like about the flex, I mean the grid. Okay, there are few more things, but as of now this is more than enough. Okay, what you are going to do is first you try to explore this. Once it is done, then you can explore more. Okay, because you should not in the initially you should not get confused. If it get confused, then it becomes problem. And also as a developers, experienced developers also, they are not going to prefer this grid. Okay, they are going to prefer flex. It is comfortable for all. Okay, and also easy, and also it is whatever the task which we are like looking for, it is giving the it is satisfying it with ease. So developers are preferring
Yes, sir.
flex. Okay, but in advanced level, they might use this. Okay, that also a very rare cases. Okay, real-time scenarios very less we are going to use, but it has its futures. Okay, in the upcoming we might use. Okay, so well, that is it for the day, and I'm gonna check your assignments. Okay, yesterday's, and also the GitHub. All of you have created the GitHub accounts.
Yes, sir.
How many have you created? Haven't. You have created. No. You? You created. GitHub. Created. Okay, fine. Today you try to create it. Okay. And also all of you have the access to the GitHub.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have given that, right? There will be like you will get an email. Okay, you need to accept it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, once you accept it, you will be getting whatever the files, you will be getting the access to it. Okay, and also I'll try to like once it is done, I'll try to like show you how to push the code, and also I'll give the access to you, right? And how to push it. Day-to-day classes. See, this is your batch. What I'm gonna do is I have added some files over here. CSS. See, today we have created flex grid. This one is not added it to that. So I need to push this to my repo. Okay, how you are going to do that? Okay, inside my folder, CMD. Once in the initial stage, first when you are creating the repository, when you are initializing, then only you need to follow that git init and git remote control that URL. Okay, only once it is done, then you can like use these three commands: git dot git commit -m, and what we have discussed today, layout using grid. Okay, hit enter. It is going to add all your files. You can also check the status. Git status. Okay, see, on nothing to commit, working tree clean, because we have done this commit. So now we need to push to our master branch. Okay, git push origin master. Hit enter. I'll open this. Okay, GitHub. See, it has been pushed here successfully. Okay. Next, if I come here, GitHub 25th, which is your batch, 25th batch repo, this one. Okay, here. If you try to see here, see this and all, we haven't done any changes. Okay, the previous, if you try to see here, 2 days ago, it has been pushed 2 days ago, but we have pushed everything, right? But everything will not be pushed. Only what are all the changed files, only that files will be pushed. Okay, in this, but see, you can see in CSS 1 minute ago, we have there is some changes happened. Okay, it is trying to show that you haven't changed anything in these folders, you have changed only in this folder, so that I'll just only push that thing. Okay, why to push everything again? Okay, only that thing will be pushed. Did you try to check? Only the that HTML file will be, you can see here. See these files also, see these files also 2 days ago. Okay, what are all the files today it has pushed? Creating layout using flex.html and grid.html, because yesterday I haven't pushed this file. So yes, that file and this file, only that files will be added into that repo. Okay, that is how it is going to work. Now you'll be having this access. Okay, those who have given the mail, I have already given the access, so that you'll be getting a mail so that you can accept it. Okay, and also I'll try to give this. You can make that URL. Okay, or else I'll try to make this URL in the available in the description. Okay, so that you can get it out there as well. Any doubts? And also what you guys needs to do is day to day, however I will be doing the code files which I was executing here, and I'll be pushing the same thing. What are the things you are practicing, you need to be pushed over there to your GitHub repositories. The same thing how I have shown you, the same steps to be followed. Okay, if you are facing any issues, you can let me know so that I can help you out. Okay, yeah. Anything else? Today's or yesterday's layout is very important, so please try to understand the layout. Okay, whatever the scenario is going to be. And also I have told you to create the achievers IT, the layout. Okay, how many of you done? I'll check it now. Okay, where it has been. Okay, and also if you have any queries like how to create this, you can let me know so that I can help you. I can guide you through it, so that you just try to utilize this time. Okay, open the task which you have done.